morning, leaders. I am Rayanne Quezon.
And I am Jonabel Pohat.
And this is a GVC podcast. How are you, Jo?
I'm okay, I'm fine. How about you, Miss Anne?
I'm doing really well, thank you. And I hope our viewers are also okay at their home streaming right now.
Yes, and don't forget to like and share and comment your concern and questions so that we will answer by our guest for today.
Yes, I'm excited with our guests. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our guest who is going to talk to us about ethical communication. So good morning and welcome Mom Melanie and Mom Renaline.
Yes, hello, and how are you, Ma'am Melanie and Ma'am Renaline?
Good morning. Thank you. Good morning, and thank you so much for having me here. Good morning, Ma'am Ann. Good morning, Ma'am
Morning,
Jo,
Ma'am.
and good morning, Ma'am.
Good morning, and thank you for this collaboration.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. First, ma'am, may we know what this ethical communication is about?
Ethical communication is a type of communication that is predicated upon certain business values, such as being truthful, concise, and responsible with one words. And the resulting action as a set of principles. When we say ethics, it is the study of values and morals of what is right and wrong. To be an ethical communicator means to practice being truthful, honest, and accurate in communications.
Yes, that's right.
Ethical communication entails not accepting and understanding of three case elements, what one hopes to achieve through the communication, how one chooses to communicate, and the real-world outcomes or the consequences of communication are particularly important features of ethical communication. It is understood that one's thought must be conveyed and expressed effectively and concisely, and that resulting actions or consequences will potentially be based solely on how message was communicated.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you, Ma'am. Now, let's check next one for our streamer. Uh, we have a question from Miss Laika. Here, her question is, what are ethical communication issues? Ma'am,
Reaching confidential purposely, communicating lies about a person or an organization. For example, it can be considered a legal issue as well as an ethical issue legal violation of communication, such as slander can result in sanction by governing bodies or criminal ramification.
Yes, ma'am, and another question from our viewers. Ma'am, why should there be ethics in communication?
Ethics in the communications field is important because if the public views someone as not trustworthy, it can promise a profession's reputation. A satisfying life also develops as a result of trusting and caring relationships with others, and that comes from making ethical choices.
okay, thank you for that clear clarification, Ma'am. When we return, we will learn more from our guest after
Yes.
a short break.
Sa pag-unlad ng turismo, umangat ang Pilipino. Mga may bahay, nagkahanap buhay. Tagahugas ng pinggan, naging gabay sa karagatan. Isang engineer, napaunlad ang sining ng buong barangay. At ang simpleng magsasagwan, malaki ang tulong sa kalikasan. Silang walang tinig, boses na ng kasaysayan. At ang specialty ni Nanay, ngayoy pinipilahan. Ang best friend ng lahat, naging tour guide na. At ang daan-taong apo, naibida ang kulturang Pilipino. Linti ang ilog, naging entablado. At katutubong sayaw, napaindak ang buong mundo. Ipagdiwang ang isang dekada ng Tourism Act. Kabuhayan sa turismo, pinauunlad ang bawat Pilipino.
Yes, we're back. You're still streaming here on GVC Podcast. Now, we will find out what is importance of ethical communication.
Of course, your actions are just as important as what you say or write. Honest communication is not only build trust, it's also help you and others identify and work on any issues that might arise in the intersection between authority, power, and teamwork. Without honesty, communication fails at its core purpose, so that ethical communication is important.
Yes, also in workplace, understanding that help guide your employees' behavior. When they understand what considered acceptable and conduct, they are more likely to make better decisions and take appropriate action.
That's true, Mom. Without ethics, it becomes much more difficult to have an open and positive communication.
Yes, Joe. Unethical behavior has serious consequences for both individuals and organization. You can lose your job and reputation. Organization can lose their credibility. Generally, moral and productivity can decline. Or the behavior can result in significant fines and or financial loss.
True. So ethics is very important in all aspects.
Yes, it's very important. Many thanks. So, this is the end of our show. So, many thanks to our guests today, Ma'am Melanie and Ma'am Renaline, and for accepting our invitation. Thank you so much, Ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much, Ma'am Renaline and Ma'am Melanie. Do you have any else you want to say to our streamer and listener, Ma'am Mel and Miss Ma'am Renaline?
They just always remember that they don't lose ethics in every action they take, especially in communication.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. And thank you to GBC Podcast and to both of you, Ma'am Jo and Ma'am Ann.
Thank
Thank
you,
you for
Ma'am.
having us here today.
Thank you, Ma'am. You've reached the end of another episode of GVC Podcast. That's this week's episode. Don't forget to join us next week for another episode. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening and streaming online to the GPC podcast. This podcast has been brought to you by our sponsor. Check us out on our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share.
And until next time, whatever happens, here stays here. This is a GBC podcast.